Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen. Inshallah, before we begin, quickly just for a refresher for myself and for everyone else, I'll briefly just explain in words, verbally only, that what are the lataif that we can practice first, where they're situated and what the colors are. So that just to refresh everyone, there's no confusion anyway. So normally when we start the lataif, we start with the white one. This is known as the crown latifa, which is situated on top of our head. So if you can all imagine, I'm wearing a white turban and it's situated on top of me. So crown latifa in top of your head, the pipe. Then the dark blue indigo one is between your eyes, the forehead, situated, going across all the way from the front to the back. Then the light blue latifa is situated in your throat area. From the throat, goes all the way to the back, where the neck is. Then the green one is situated in your chest area, near the heart middle of the chest, and goes to the back. Then the yellow one is situated below the chest where the stomach is, above the navel. Then the orange one is situated in the navel, front and all the way to the back. And then finally the red one is situated below the navel, from the front and then goes to the back. So then when we do start eventually, the first one we do, when we breathe in with our nose, the light comes down. This is the preparation one. Light goes through the top latifa, through your head, and it goes all the way down. It fills up like a balloon. And then you breathe out with your mouth, and this light, it cleans inside of you, and all the worries, issues, sins exist from your mouth as you breathe out. Then after a while, we change over, and we begin with the red one, from the bottom all the way to the top. Red one is, we imagine the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, red name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala in the sky. Then a light is coming down from the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. As we breathe in, it enters through our nose, flows down, and where the red latifa is below our navel, it enters. And then we take a deep breath out with our mouth, the light leaves from the back. Then again with the orange one, the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala changes to orange. We take a deep breath in with our nose, light comes down and enters through our nose. It flows down and then goes to where the belly button is. It enters the orange latifa. And then as you breathe out with your mouth, the light leaves from the back. So like this, we go through the yellow, then green, then light blue, then the dark blue. You breathe in, name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is blue in color, dark blue. The light comes down, you breathe in, it enters through the dark blue latifa, and then you breathe out with your mouth, the light leaves from the back. Then the same process with the white one. The name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is white in color. As you breathe in, the light comes down and enters through the white latifa on top of your head. And then you breathe out, the light leaves from the back. Then we continue to breathe in, the light flows from the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, goes down, all the way down as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, light goes back up. So it then runs up and down, and becomes multicolored. Then slowly, as you keep breathing in and out, you feel lighter and lighter and lighter. Then eventually your body disappears. But your breath is still there going up and down. Then slowly, one by one, each latifa slowly switches off and disappears as well. There's only the breath and your soul inside, and you can see a mirror image in front of you. And then once you're ready, we'll instruct you with the final breath, golden breath, you transfer your conscience, your spirit, your ruh, and your breath inside the spiritual body. And then you've transferred. And then spiritual body looks for the teacher, and then we travel to Medina Sharif, inshallah. So this is a very quickly refresher of the lataif we're going to do. Actual process itself. Now we're going to begin the real process of how to start the latifa. So inshallah, if you follow me. So first of all, rectify our intention and our thoughts that what we sat here for, ultimately to seek the pleasure and the closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then have the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the sky, have the three keys, that Allah is with me, Allah is watching me, Allah is seeing me. Then go through the three muraqabas, three thoughts. The first one being that, oh Allah, I am not fulfilling the rights which you deserve. Rather, I'm not fulfilling the rights which is within my capabilities. I'm falling short in that. So really seeking for forgiveness and showing our humility towards Him. Now the thought of thankfulness, be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the ni'mah, all the blessing, that you as our Lord is the greatest blessing that we can have. And then by rotation, the greatest blessing is Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then the greatest blessing that He gave us ability to communicate and speech. Then another greatest blessing that He has actually created us as human beings. Another blessing is that we have a loving parents, family, and especially shown the path and the mashayikh and the teacher in our life. Now have the third thought, muraqabah. The third one is that we truly rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Truly it is He who can take us to His closeness, to enable us to make this journey, to transfer with our teacher, enable us to meet and do the ziyarah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It is only He who can do this for us. We cannot do anything, no ibadah, no worship, no recitals that enable us to do so. But it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who will make us do so, inshallah. So completely rely on Him and have tawakkul upon Him. Now inshallah do the protection adhkars. Surah Fatiha once, Ayatul Kursi once, and then the last three qurs 3 times. Now we're going to do the startup adhkars. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayk. Astaghfirullah alladhi la ilaha illahu al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayk. Astaghfirullah alladhi la ilaha illahu al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayk. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala alihi Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam. Allahumma ya Rabbi bi jahi Sayyidina Muhammad ibn Abdullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ijma' bayni wa bayna Sayyidina Muhammad ibn Abdullah fi dunya qabla al-akhirah. Allahumma ya Rabbi bi jahi Sayyidina Muhammad ibn Abdullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ijma' bayni wa bayna Sayyidina Muhammad ibn Abdullah fi dunya qabla al-akhirah. Assalamu alayk ayyuhan nabiyyu. Assalamu alayk ayyuhan nabiyyu. Assalamu alayk ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alayna wa ala ibadillahi salihin. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Now again refresh the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah is with me, Allah is seeing me, Allah is hearing me. Imagine the name Allah, the beautiful Arabic name, in the sky, white in color. We take a deep breath in with our nose, and the light starts to descend from the name Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the white light. It goes through our head, goes through our throat, all the latifa, all the way down, fills up our inside like a balloon. Then we take a deep breath out with our mouth, and the light is leaving from our body and exiting. And with it, all the worries, tension, difficulties, sins, all those things are cleansing inside of us and is releasing from our mouth. Bismillah. Imagine the beautiful name of Allah is in red in color above the sky, above the masjid in the sky. We take a deep breath in, the light is flowing down and is entering through our nose. Then inside is flowing down this red light and is entering in the red latifa below our navel. Then we take a deep breath out with our mouth, and there is cleansing and leaving from the back, from the lower back. Bismillah. Imagine the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala in the sky is in orange in color. As you breathe in, light is descending, coming down. As you breathe in with your nose, the orange light is entering through your nose. And it's flowing down inside of you and is entering where the orange latifa is, in the belly button. Then you take a deep breath out. The light is cleansing in the orange latifa and is exiting at the back. Take a deep breath out with your mouth. Bismillah. Now imagine the name of Allah in the sky has become yellow in color. The light is descending, yellow light. You breathe in with your nose, the light is entering through your nose. And the light is flowing down, and where the yellow latifa is in the stomach area, the light is entering there. And as you take a deep breath out with your mouth, the light is leaving from the back. Bismillah. Imagine the name of Allah is in green, beautiful green in color. The green light is flowing down from the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. As you're breathing in with your nose, the green light is entering through your nose. It's flowing down, and where the green latifa is situated in the chest area, light is entering there. Then take a deep breath out. It's cleaning what's inside, and the light is leaving from the back. Bismillah. Imagine the beautiful name of Allah in the sky has become light blue in color and is coming down the light blue light and is entering through your nose as you're breathing in through your nose, and is flowing down and is entering through the light blue latifa in the throat area. And take a deep breath out with your mouth. The light is leaving from the back of the neck, cleaning all inside of it. Bismillah. The beautiful name of Allah in the sky has become dark blue in color. As we breathe in with our nose, light is coming down and is entering through the dark blue latifa between our forehead, between our eyes in the forehead. And then we take a deep breath out with our mouth. The light is cleaning inside of our head and of the latifa, dark blue, and leaving at the back of the head. So we take a deep breath in. The dark blue light is entering through our forehead, going all the way. We take a deep breath out. The light is leaving from the back of the head. Bismillah. Now again imagine the beautiful name of Allah in the sky has become white in color. As we breathe in with our nose, the light is entering through the white latifa on top of our head. And then as we breathe out with our mouth, the light is leaving from the back of the latifa on top of our head. Bismillah. Now continue to breathe in and breathe out from the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The light is flowing down from the head all the way to the bottom again, and then as you breathe out, light is going back up. So light is now traveling up and down, up and down. All the 7 latifa are lit, and the light has become multicolored. Keep taking deep breath in and deep breath out. Now we start to feel our body is getting lighter and lighter. And slowly our physical body have disappeared. Only our breath, which is going up and down, and 7 latifa. Now slowly, one by one, each latifa is disappearing. Red has disappeared. The orange has disappeared. The yellow has disappeared. The green has disappeared. The light blue is disappeared. The dark blue disappeared. And the white one disappeared. Only your breath. Keep taking deep breath in and out. And in front of you, you can see a spiritual body, a mirror image of yourself in front of you. And now, as you can see the mirror image in front of you, you are slowly getting ready to transfer your spirit, your breath inside the spiritual body, and ready to take the golden breath. So take a few deep breaths in and out, and once you're ready, you transfer. Blow out and transfer yourself to the spiritual body.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As you blow out your spirit into your spiritual body and you make intentions of your master, your teacher, Hazrat Sahib, immediately you are in Medina Sharif in front of the green dome. जिस तरह रूह निकालती है, तवज्जो अपने उस्ताद की, हज़रत साहब की, एकदम आपकी रूह हज़रत साहब नाल तुम बैठे हो, गुम्बद शरीफ ने बिल्कुल सामने है, पिछे तुसी नहीं जन्नत बखी, सामने गुम्बद शरीफ. Behind you is the blessed graveyard of Jannat Bakhi, and in front of you, illuminating in Noor, is the blessed green dome. We sit here now with our teacher and refresh the 3 keys. Allah's with me, seeing me, hearing me. And you see the light from the green dome hitting your heart. सब तो सफ़र करन खुदा मेरे नाल है देख रहा है सुन रहा है मेरे उस्ताद मेरे नाल न गुम्बद शरीफ को प्यारा नूर आ रहा है मेरे दिल विच जा रहा है as you refresh दिल विच दरूद recite दरूद in your heart start to regret all your sins. You're asking for forgiveness from Allah. दिल विच सारे गुनाह के अफसोस आ रहे हैं खुदा को बंदा माफ़ी मांग रहा दिल नाल जरा कंफ्यूज है मेरी ट्रांसफ़र हुई है नहीं हुई अपने उस्ताद अपने मुर्शिद हज़रत साहब की तवज्जो करनी है दिल विच दरूद पढ़ना है सोच नाल सारे पहुंच गयो मदीना शरीफ then you see our blessed teacher Sheikh Ahmad Dabag Hazrat Sahab stand up you look up you are weak in the knees असीं उस्ताद खलो गए असीं लत्तां कमज़ोर हो गईयां हज़रत साहब they take you by the hand now and they lift you up असां हाथ हज़रत साहब ने हाथ विच है असां खुद खलो गए नाल एक कदम कदम लैके गुम्बद शरीफ ने कोल करीब आ रहे हैं now we start to walk with our blessed teacher towards the green dome. Every step we take, we're asking forgiveness from Allah. Every step we take, we're thanking Allah for giving us our teacher. Every step we take, we're asking Allah to help increase our love with our teacher. एक एक कदम नाल सारे गुनाह नजर आ रहे हैं माफ़ी मांग रहे हैं एक एक कदम नाल अल्लाह को दुआ मांग रहे हैं असीं उस्ताद नाल दिल नाल मोहब्बत पैवे उन्हां दा शुक्र अदा करिए खुदा नाल इसी सोच विच असां बिल्कुल सोने जिहड़ी गोल्डन जाली दे सामने आ गया as we thinking this we realize we are now in front of the golden gate where one gives salam to the beloved messenger of Allah so we start to now in your hearts start to recite salam and durood and those who know can do the Allahumma ya Rabbi bi jahi zikr sare asan दिल नाल सोच नाल ज़बान नाल नहीं दिल नाल दुरूद सलाम जी अल्लाहुम्मा या रब्बी जिसकी आती है वो दुआ बंदा करता है दिल नाल The golden gates are right in front of us. Our teacher is holding our hand. Our hearts are starting to yearn. दिल नाल प्यास आ रही है ज़ियारत नहीं दुरूद बन रहा है दुरूद is getting stronger in our hearts and as we rely on Allah you see the gates illuminating and opening up दरवाज़े खुल रहे हैं पीछे आ रहा नूर ज़बरदस्त नूर आ रहा है बुला रहा आ जाओ अंदर The Noor is attracting us, drawing us in. Like a child holding the hand of his father, we squeeze our father, our spiritual father's hand tighter and tighter. And they squeeze back, giving us reassurance. For we are not worthy. to meet the best of creation. Hazrat Sahab, ਅਸੀਂ ਹੌਸਲਾ ਉਸਲਾਈ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਆ ਜੋ ਮੇਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ, ਆ ਜੋ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ, दरवाजे खुल गए। इसी ना मतलब इजाज़त मिल गई है, दरूद नाल इजाज़त मिल गई है। और एक एक कदम नाल we enter into the Noor through the gate. We enter into the gate, enter into the Noor. And then the scene becomes clearer. Inside we see the white dome. Un sabaz gumbad nazar aa raha hai, chitta gumbad. And around it is encased the green veil like a cloth. Sabaz jali kapre और बिल्कुल आसने सामने हूँ। फिर आसे की याद आती है अपने उस्ताद आसने चाबीन, खुदा याद आता है। आसन दिल नाल वापस दरूद विच लगे जाते हैं। Your heart starts to recite Durood in Islam again. As you do, light starts to emanate from the green veil, and you are drawn to it more and more. Sabaz jali te noor aa raha hai, dil ki sukoon aa rahi hai. Again, Ustaad asing andar le gए, and now we enter into the light again, and this time we are in front of, very close to the white dome and the white marble wall. And we know and we feel that below this is the blessed grave of the blessed beloved of Allah. और आसने सामने बिल्कुल सबस गुम्बद बिल्कुल नाल ही है, सबस वॉल, चिट्टा वॉल. The white marble is in front of us, सफेद रंग. दिल आसान विच दरूद विच है. दिल दिमाग नबी पाक ने दरूद विच है. पता है इसी ने एट प्यारी नबी ने कब्र है. अल्लाह दिल कह रहा अल्लाह इस सफ़र की नहीं रोकना. अल्लाह इस सफ़र में से खोलो खोलो. बड़ी इंतज़ार की है इसी मुलाकात वास्ते. अल्लाह मेरी मदद करनी है, मेरी मदद करनी है. मैं अपने उस्ताद की मानना है, मेरे नाल नहीं. Now, as your truth and reliance on Allah increases, a door opens up in front of you, and you see stairs spiraling down. They take you under the white dome. You can see lights beyond. It's like a spiraling tunnel. At the end of the tunnel there is an immense light, and you are being drawn towards that. You start to take one step at a time down. You're following the steps of your teacher. You want them to stay with you. Keep with me, my teacher. And then you follow carefully, taking one step at a time towards the light that is below. बिल्कुल सामने दरवाज़ा खुलता है, पौड़ियाँ जा रही नीचे, बिल्कुल नीचे तक नूर आ रहा है, दिल मुतमिन है, एत है, इसी नूर ते एंड ते नबी पाक नी कब्र है। अपने उस्ताद नाल एक एक कदम लेके नीचे जा रहे हो, दिल खौफ विच किस तरह ज़ियारत कर सकता। उस्ताद तसली दे रहे, बिल्कुल नाल एक एक कदम नाल असें के नीचे ले खड़ रहे। As we get closer and closer to the bottom of the stairs, the light is now immense. जिस तरह नीचे पहुंचने बिल्कुल नूर ही नूर, और कुछ नजर नहीं आना। Immense light is all over us. We're absorbing the light. It's hitting our mind, our hearts. Then we see the light is collecting together and is going right to the heavens. An immense light is now in front of us, like a pillar of light. And below that light, emanating, where is the light emanating from and to? Below that, you see and you feel the blessed grave of the blessed of creation, Sayyidina Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. नूर इकट्ठा होकर समानत पर जा रहा है। इसी नीची कनेक्शन है नबी पाक ने कब्र नाल, बिल्कुल सामने। लत्तां कमज़ोर हो गई, बिल्कुल कमज़ोर हो गई। उस्ताद आखने बैठ जाओ, बिल्कुल कब्र ने सामने तो उसे बैठ गया अपने हज़रत साहब नाल। दिल विच दरूद एंड सलाम आ रहा है। इसी दरूद एंड सलाम नाल एक और नवी रोशनी आ रही है अपने दिल नाल कब्र नाल, और रोशनी बिल्ड अप हो रही है। You now become weak in the knees, and as you sit down with your teacher. Your heart is automatically now reading through the Islam. With every Durood and Salam, with every presence, the light between your heart and the blessed grave of the beloved of Allah is increasing and increasing. The noor between you and the Qabr is increasing and increasing and increasing. जिस दिल नाल कब्र नाल नूर बिल्ड अप हो रही है, बन रही है, और कुछ नजर नहीं आ रहा, सिर्फ नूर ही नूर. You can't see anything but light upon light now. Your eyes are lowered, light is immense. Your eyes are lowered, you do not dare to look up. आँखां नीचे हैं, कोई जुरत नहीं आँखां आगे देखनिया. तो उन्होंने आत जिस तरह अशहदु आता या तो बंदा बैठना इस तरह बैठे है, आँखां नीचे है. You're sitting in like atayato position, your hands are now on, but you can feel your teacher is with you. And you can feel the light is increasing and increasing. You can start to feel the blessed personality, the blessed light of Nabi Pak coming closer and closer. But you do not dare to look up. Akha nichian, dil, damag vich, mahsoos ho rahe hai Nabi Pak bilkul kareeb aa rahe hain. तो उसने आध अपने नी पर खौफ विचों, excited. You are feeling excited but afraid at the same time. You want to look up, but you can't. Something is keeping you down. The shame of the lack of sunnah, the shame of not following the character of the beloved of Allah is coming to your mind. Your teacher is reassuring you, oh my child, you have permission to look up. My child, look who is in front of you. You have permission. अपने उस्ताद तसल्ली दे रहे हैं, अखां अपर करो, देख रो, नबी पाक आ गए, तुझे अखां दे नीचे, प्यारे नबी आ गए, मेरे बच्चे आ गए, इजाजत है तुझे नहीं. You try, but you cannot look up. Then you start to feel something. You feel someone's now holding your hand. Such a cool fragrance is now emanating. Light is now entering into your hand. A coolness. You look down, you see the blessed hands of the beloved of Allah touching your hands. Hands are of light. They also reassure you, look up, my child, my ummati, for I have remembered you before you were sent to this world, and you have remembered me when you have not even seen me. Look up, my child. Nabi Pak ne आसिन हाथ पर आ रहे, नूर के हाथ, इतनी कूलनेस आ रही है, कदे फील नहीं की, इतनी खुशबू आ रही है, कदे नहीं, never smelled it. We try as we look up, like a child, we can't control it. We immediately embrace the beloved of Allah. Feel their firm shoulders. Their beard is like silk as it brushes upon us. एकदम वसनी रूह नबी पाक ने जिस्म में आ जाती है. एकदम असें होश आ जाती है. असां माफ़ी मंगने आ. असां नज़र उस्ताद कोल जाती है, असां बेअदबी को बेअदबी कीती है, उस्ताद मुस्कुरा रहे हैं, असां फिर नबी पाक ने मुस्कुराहट देखने आ, बिल्कुल जिस तरह हज़रत साहब मुस्कुराते हैं इस तरह नज़र आ रही है. We are asking for forgiveness for the lack of sunnah. We get reassurance from our teacher. We look at this smile. It is like the smile of our Hazrat Sahib. But it is not Hazrat Sahib, it is the beloved of Allah. Now inshallah I will remain silent for a while and let you experience for yourself. मैं उन खामोश हो जाना है, तो खुद अपनी एक्सपीरियंस करनी है जिस इसी हालत विच. बिस्मिल्लाह. अपने दिल विच दरूद वापस ले आओ. Start to recite dरूद in your heart now. We will now slowly ask their permission. I know we don't want to return, but we are still alive here. We will ask the permission. We make a rada to follow the path of Allah, to implement Sunnah in our lives. As we do this and make this intention, we see we are back in that position where Nabi Pak was holding our hand. They now take our hand and place it into the hand of our teacher. And they mention, he who wants my closeness should yearn the closeness of my Ahmad. He who wants my love should yearn the love of my Ahmad. He who wants to walk in my path needs to learn to walk in the path of my Ahmad. For my Ahmad is on my path. Nabi Pak asine ath Hazrat Sahab ne ath vich panin जिस आसा इजाजत लेने जाने वास्ते नसीहत दे रहे हैं जरा मेरा कुब हासिल करना चाहता है वो अज़ीज़ साहब नहीं कुब हासिल कर रहा है जरा मेरा प्यार हासिल करना चाहना है वो अपने अज़ीज़ साहब ने प्यार हासिल करना चाहना है जरे मेरे कदम 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 के चलना चाहता है वो अपने अज़ीज़ साहब ने मेरे अहमद मेरे आतू से ना अज़ीज़ साहब ने कदम चलो for अज़ीज़ साहब मेरे राह में जा रही है for he is traveling in my way and is of me and you be of him. And slowly with a lot of reluctancy but following the command of Nabi Pak, we hold tight to the hand of Hazrat Sahab and slowly walk back up the stairs. जिस तरह Nabi Pak फरमा रहे हैं Hazrat Sahab ने हाथ tightly hold करके ऊपर आ रहे हैं वापस आ रही हैं हसन गुम्बद शरीफ हसन सामने we are now in front of the green dome again and as we turn round see the teacher look towards Jannat Bakhi. Hazrat Sahab Jannat Bakhiya देख रहे हैं असां सारे इकट्ठे हैं असां सारे रूम मदीना शरीफ इकट्ठी है जन्नत बखी असां सामने हज़रत साहब फरमा रहे हैं जी नेक्स्ट सैशन तुस कर दिए अकेला नमाज विच मेरी आदत है जन्नत बखी नहीं मिलना नबी पाक की आदत है जन्नत बखी नहीं मिलना तुसो इस तरह करना है Hazrat Sahab says to all of us, we are gathered now in front of the blessed grave of Jannat Bakhi. They mention it is their way after they've met with and done salam of the beloved of creation to then visit the grave, the blessed graves of those in Jannat Bakhi. The next time you do your spiritual ascension, privately or in Salah, please do visit the blessed graveyard For that is the way of Sayyidina Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also. And slowly start to come back to your body, getting permission from your teacher. Hazrat Sahib na ijazat naal apne jism vich wapas aa jao, dil vich durood rame naal apni akhan khol leniyan. As you read through in your heart with the permission of your teacher, slowly come back to your body and then open your eyes.
MashaAllah, just collect your thoughts. You can open your eyes and relax. But the Zafar will go around with the mic. It's very important that we hear from you, from your feedback, from your experience, from your feelings, from your thoughts, from your difficulties. We'd like to hear all this from you, especially those who have not had chance thus so far. Our uncle here maybe, but there's an uncle here. Uncle, ji. Can say in Urdu or Punjabi, any language, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. शुरू तो इत्थों हज़रत साहब दे नाल निकले ते अगे आसमान ही नज़र आया ते सितारे। उस तो बाद फिर काफ़ी चल के फिर मदीना शरीफ पहुँचे हैं। उत्थे सिर्फ दरवाज़ा देख सकिया मैं। उस तो बाद फिर कोई चिर बाद फिर आसमान सितारे नज़र आए। उस तो बाद उत्ते मैनू कोई चीज़ नज़र नहीं आई। वापसी से आए हैं तो इन्हें जो मतलब सुराख जो होंगे वो थले टरे हैं, फिर सितारे नज़र आए। उस तो बाद कोई शायद नज़र आए।
किस तरह महसूस हो रहा है?
महसूस तो बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है।
Elaborate more on how you felt.
That's right.
जिस तरह
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाह।
जिस तरह तुसी गाइड कर रहे हो इसी तरह साथ साथ गए उत्थे तसव्वुर दे विच तसव्वुर दे कोई रुकावट नहीं आई ते बिल्कुल तुहाडे नाल नाल ही उत्थे साथ साथ ही रोज़े मुबारक तोड़ नीचे कब्र मुबारक तड़ी गए बैठ। जिस वक्त तुसी फरमाया भाई आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम तशरीफ लाए मैं ऊपर नहीं देख सकिया, थले ही नज़र रखिए ने इसी तरह फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तुहानू पूरा फॉलो कर रहे सबराती तौर पर पूरा जैसा। मसलन अक्सर मेरे ना ये होंदा है जिस समय मैं ज़्यादा आवन जान टिका रहा, लेकिन इस दफ़ा मैं बिल्कुल ही भूल गया टोटली, लेकिन थोड़े कहने ते वापस आए।
माशाल्लाह मुबारक है। सारे ना तबीयत ना डिफरेंट होती हैं। कोई तबीयत इस तरह नहीं है, मैं बस इस तरह खुश ही हाँ। ना मैंने कोई ना मैं आखा जिस तरह सहाबी इसने कोई सहाबी बिल्कुल देख नहीं सकने सन नबी पाक ही जो यंग हो सन वो देख सकने भाई अच्छी चीज़ है। माशाल्लाह सफ़र शुरू हो गया। अल्लाह ना शुक्र।
Haji Ramzan, would you like to mention anything?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, I managed to follow the Ustad's pretty much exactly the scene he was showing all the way through going into the mazar and then going down to the grave of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So I was following the Ustaz with thought and imagination quite well. I did not manage to see the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself, but other than that, I was following the Ustaz as per he was mentioning, alhamdulillah.
Haji Sahab, I know you have said that you have followed Ustad Sajid, but in your own words, please describe. Whatever you remember, that's fine. Just in your own words, describe the scenery, the colors, the shape, anything that you can remember, please do. The light you saw, whatever it is, please.
Sitting with Hazrat Sahab outside the Green Dome.
So how was what day was it? Can you remember? Is it night time, morning time, evening time?
No, it was daytime.
Daytime, okay.
Because light was very clear and the dome was very clear. And then walking with Hazrat Sahab towards where we give salam to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the golden doors.
What was the color of the carpet?
No, unfortunately, I didn't focus on the carpet.
Okay.
The doors, when we were close to the golden doors where we give salam, at that time, for a few seconds, the mind went somewhere else. And then just as the brother mentioned that the doors are opening, and then immediately the mind came back that, the doors are opening. And then I was with Hazrat again.
So could you like to describe what kind of light you saw emanating from the door?
Yeah, it was white light as I visualized that the doors are opening, white light I imagined. And then we went inside.
Could you able to smell anything, any fragrance?
Not as I recall.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to jog your memory so they can say much as they can.
And then we spent a short time inside before we started to go down the stairs.
Was it marble stairs or was it wooden stairs?
I didn't pay too much attention to that detail. All I recall was that I was trying to hold Hazrat Sahab's hand as he was going in front.
Okay, so you can remember the sensation of the feeling of the hand, yeah? Is that quite strong? Okay, good.
No, I'm not too sure. I know Hazrat Sahab was in front of me, and either I wanted to hold his hand or I was holding his hand. It was one of the two.
So you arrived at this place with the Qabr Mubarak. So what can you remember in your own words?
At the bottom of the stairs, then the plain Qabr Mubarak of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we sat in front of that. Lot of white light, Noor, and most of the time I recall I was sitting there and most of the time I was sitting and reading Durood Sharif.
So what durood were you reciting?
The Durood Ibrahimi was the Durood, and also...
did you see anyone on the left, right, front, anything? Any other lighting?
No, the only thing I felt was the teacher was sitting on my right.
Okay, so he was on your right. And then when you parted company, how was that?
Besides the Durood Sharif, I was sending salam. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And as we were leaving, then I asked for permission to leave. And then we were reciting, I think, similar Durood Sharif as we left. That's about what I recall.
So then you slowly came back, yeah?
Yeah.
So mashallah, I think as Ustad Sajid have went through, I believe he did not go through detail to that extent as you have described. So in my opinion, you've had an experience, alhamdulillah, mashallah. And this is how this begins. And that's why I wanted you to say in your own words. Because before you said, I followed exactly what Ustad Sajid have said, but now what you've described to me is a lot more detailed, your own account of what you saw. And this is I accept you said it's imagination, but this is the onset how then a teacher knows that your spiritual experience has begun. So mashallah, you have experienced. So only thing I would point to is, whatever you experience, remember that, and next time you do it, push forward. And don't worry about, is it imagination, is it thought. You just following the instruction of the teacher and going with the flow. That's the only thing you're worried about. You're going with the flow. And in that going in the flow, many other things we start to observe. So I want to be observant now. Even like I said, was it marble flooring? Was it white color? Was it dark color? How was the atmosphere? Was it daytime, evening time, afternoon? All this I want you to note down next time you do the journey. And then you see your journey is beginning, taking its own course of action, inshallah. Okay, jazakallah. Brother who's not said before, I think we'll not give them opportunity.
If you could pick some of the new brothers.
Because some of them we might not see after a few days, so better we can go through them. And then we're going to go to our regular brothers as well, inshallah. Okay. Just put your hand up, inshallah.
Dr. Saab, here, just at the front here, please.
With the green top.
Come forward. Yeah, Brother Dufam, if you just help direct things.
Just select the new completely. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So, I had a very similar experience to Uncle.
Brother, is this your first time?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So just as a like Ustad Dr. Shahalom has mentioned, one of the most powerful ways to feedback is just to mention your journey or your state, rather than, yes, I followed everything through. So if you could kindly, I'm asking respectfully, just mention how you felt, how you'd follow, just your experience.
So, my voice is a bit... So I started... I don't know if I transferred or not. I think when I did transfer, then I could see the face of the Sheikh saying, "Come," and then I sat with him, as you were describing, outside the masjid Nabawi there, and then as you were kind of guiding us in, I don't remember walking in. I just remember being in there in front of the golden gates, and then we were reciting a salawat, and then the doors opened, and we started to go inside, and then I could see the white dome with the green drapes, and then I don't really remember going inside, but then I remember going down the steps, which I think they were stone steps. Wasn't really, I couldn't observe.
So I would love to hear some of the details that you observed. Whatever it is, just please mention.
And then when we got to the main grave site area, it felt very expansive. It didn't feel kind of small. And then I saw a white light emanate from there. And then as you were describing, we were sitting in the tashahhud position, and before you said things, I kind of, almost a split second before, I could feel that thing that you said.
It's taking place.
Yeah. And then as you were describing the Prophet, peace be upon him, being there, I couldn't really imagine myself looking up. I could feel that when you said you hug him, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I thought that happened, but I never really saw anything. I saw a hand, I think, but I didn't see anything more than that. Yeah, that was the extent of it.
And how did you feel throughout of it? What were your feelings and emotions?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's difficult, really. You felt kind of in a bit of awe, a little bit not knowing what to expect. I found my thoughts drifting at times as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's normal, but I felt at specific points, maybe points where I blanked out, I had drifted off thinking about something else.
That's fine, mashallah, Mubarak. Sometimes these things, what you said happen is when you have a vision for the first time and the lights everywhere, then your body and your mind normally, as you know, as a doctor, it gets used to the whole situation. So it starts to look here and there without any direction. So mashallah, in my opinion, you've had experience now. The fact that you were saying that you started to split second earlier, start to imagine or see or feel before Ustad Sajid had even relayed it, that's a sign that mashallah, you've actually had a spiritual experience now. The only thing is now it's a great opening whereby you'll get to meet the great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, get to see the blessed face, the face where Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala has taken oath upon. And you mentioned that you saw blessed hand. This is the hand, ulamas have written books upon this blessed hand. This is the hand whenever you touched a child, the child becomes blessed. This is the hand where they touched upon the head of a child, that portion of the head never became old, it never became grey again. It was always remain black and healthy, and so on. So you saw the blessed hand of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So mashallah, Mubarak, may Allah reward you and bless you for this experience. So inshallah, next time you do your, for example, salah or anything, you can quickly do the process of Lataif transfer and just immerse yourself in, for example, going to Medina Sharif, Makkah Sharif and so on. And let yourself flow. Don't hold you back, because the problem is when we think, oh, is it really happening? Is it really me doing it? Is it imagination? Soon as this thing comes, then you, as though you're holding your self back. It's as though you pressing the brake paddle in the car. We say no, press the acceleration paddle, which is to let yourself flow, inshallah. I think we need to rest is important as well. Just take one more from our feedback. And then after Salah, inshallah, maybe we'll take another 20 minutes, half an hour for feedback as well. Because it's very important. We want to give everyone as much opportunity as possible. Also, we like to hear from those who have struggled, that they've actually tried, either something happened and they've not seen anything, or they struggle. We want to hear that, those aspects as well, inshallah. So, Brother Mateen, Dr. Mateen.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So, first when I did the golden breath, I felt like myself like clutching my eyes a little bit, like something did happen.
Yeah.
And that's when I also tried to think of the teacher, although I didn't see them at first. When we went to Medina Sharif, then I imagined myself, and I felt that I was with them.
With the teacher, mashallah.
And even like a split second before, I also saw like so much light coming from the Rosa Sharif, the Golden Gates. And also I saw the white dome, and it was very full of light as well. Then when we were going down the stairs, I didn't imagine so much as going step by step, but I was in the beginning of the stairs and with Hazrat Saab. And then when I was by the blessed grave, it was just nothing but light. It was just full of light. And I could imagine also the shoulder of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Mashallah.
And being next to them, though at that time too, I started to lose concentration on Hazrat Saab. So I felt like it became fainter. And then towards the end, I remembered Hazrat Saab more clearly, and I could picture them smiling, happy that the meeting took place.
MashaAllah.
And then I felt like I didn't want to go that time. And then we went back up the stairs and to Jannat al-Baqi, and the whole time I was picturing the Hazrat Saab was smiling at that point.
MashaAllah.
And that's it.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I mean, first, congratulations. And the main objective of the retreat here, in what you described, has been achieved. And I think just continue as you are, but now with a different mindset now, for one who has seen and felt the shoulders of the beloved of creation. So that is something to reflect on. So there's one thing is seeing and tasting. There's another thing is now following and putting into action. It's just a reminder to myself, really, to see such blessings, to hear such blessings. And now, like Ustaad Dr. Shahalom mentioned in the intro, the whole yearning for this now is to yearn to follow the path of Sayyidina Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in our mind, thought, actions, and really the real concern they had of all of creation, mankind and jinn. So just to reflect on that and play our part in conveying the message. And then be shoulder to shoulder with them forever and ever. Bismillah. So I think inshallah we'll take a break.
So yeah, so Jazakallah for your time. Inshallah we'll get an opportunity maybe after Asr or later on, for sure, just to recollect, maybe record if you have to, so that in the feedback can give. Also, especially those who have any difficulties or issues, please also mention it then as well. So I believe, Brother Zafar, is it time for a rest? Okay. Okay, so time for rest. So you can lie down, inshallah. Asr is at 8 o'clock. And after Asr, then our sessions will begin again. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. That's fine. Sometimes what happens is as well, you go through them, that you see Sayyidina Hassan Hussain.